city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance to tune-up before they play on in the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly,
ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. He dodged the tackle. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led by the quarterback who helped lead Ohio State to last season's national championship. It's Will Howard.
nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss. He was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week. Neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. Howard. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm won his 2nd Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. He took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
Move that ball up. It's going to be 6 to go now on 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
So this one flies out. No return from him, and they're putting the ball right at the 40-yard line. Head coach Kevin Stefanski readying the Browns for their next series. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. On 1st down, Howard. One pass brought in. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
A 7-yard pickup.
Second down, run by 4. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Henderson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Henderson on his own lead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. So rather than try a tough 51-yarder, they're going for it on 4th down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. And you know what I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
All at 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Pass caught. It's Hunter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Bengals get to him and take him down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And Bengals with an extra DB out there now, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He set up the screen, it's Judy. And he drives this forward to the 6. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. It's a screen play to Edwards. This is not going to get it done on third down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And he makes the fair catch inside the 45.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. Escapes a defender. Dodges another stop. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Howard. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Ford. Oh no, he hits the sideline. An ill-fortunate run loses yards. 4th and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. The kick by Hopkins is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And as we close out the regular season, you can see he's in prime position to lead the league in touchdown receptions. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Our score, 6-0. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Sticking with Edwards here. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up. Burrow's going to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down. New set of downs from the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Hits him on the out route. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. All right, here we go. Second down.
At the Browns' 38-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Dumped off to his running back. And this drives him back at field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down. Third and long for him here. It's him on the in route. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. All set now. First and 10. Stick it in the air. It's Burrow. He's got it along the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did and injured Brown, and they're tending to him now. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Burrow setting up the play action. Going over the middle, but it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air again, it's Burrow. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals tie and can take the lead here in the second. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick. Here's McPherson on the handle to kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And his rookie season has been among the best of all the guys we heard announced in this past NFL draft. You can see that late in this campaign, he is one of the top contenders for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Here's Howard, first and 10. Escapes out to the left. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. Howard looking to pass. Catch made left side by Judy. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Bengals into the nickel set, third down. Throwing here, Howard. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. On first down, here's Burrow. Back to the line they come, second down. Burrow from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurricane. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
Howard to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
It connects down the sideline. They've got first down here from the 36.
And the Browns first down.
Heads out on the bootleg. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively. Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they step the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Howard throwing on third down. That one's caught by Tillman. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a second quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 6. Have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Burrow now on first down. The Browns get there and take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Burrow out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Allen, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. Ooh, he made most of that one. Didn't he give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry?
10 yards on the
So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. This time it's a passing play. Escapes the pocket, and he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Looking to throw, Burrow. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. All right, after the incomplete pass, let's see what they call here on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals tie it in the final minute of the half. T. Higgins, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think he has both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick.
Browns 13.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Browns and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Howard out of the pistol here. All the time. Bengals get to him and take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're in a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself. I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
And we go to Henderson on the jump off. Fails to find his running back. So that brings up 4th and long. Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Space past the 35. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. And clinging to this 1-point lead, Brock. Probably don't want to risk too much here. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. This one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. No throw, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Browns taking the field with barely any time left in this opening half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. 1st and 10. Here's Howard. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is gonna end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Going again here. Howard. Oh, he lost the football. And now the Bengals have it. This is gonna wind up inside the 10, so they jump on the fumble. And that's gonna set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game.
This isn't new for this quarterback. He has been an accomplished runner all season long. One of the best in the league. But weaving that element into his game, a true dual threat guy. And he's been a nightmare for defenses.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals grow their lead to 8. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Looking to throw. Connection made to Judy. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Looking to throw. He's He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report.
The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. On the return, here's Jones. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Edwards. And that's good for a gain of 5. Give that tackle to Broderick Washington.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On the keeper, it's Burrow. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
Gain of 6. That's good for our Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running behind center with Edwards. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Or that tackle to Michael Hall. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Looking now from the gun. Cut out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Browns rolling out 6 DBs. Third down.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He's brought down before the return gets far. Head coach Kevin Stefanski writing the Browns for their next series.
At their own 22-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. The quick slant. It's Njoku. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
10 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
Here's Ford running right. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Break the huddle. It's second down now.
Back at the 28-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Pocket isn't holding up. They're ready to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. Has a man on target to Johnson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. A give up the middle to Ford. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. B.J. Hill, the one to bring him down.
A 6-yard pickup.
On play action, here's Howard. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Keeps away from one. He's going to have this one down to the 28. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15 yards.
just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. 2nd and 10, still at the 28.
The coverage by Daxton Hill.
Out of the gun, Howard. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. And Bengals with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Edwards. Shoves one away. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action here. Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Burrow
6.
out of the shotgun.
The 37.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Keenan Allen. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it.
The Browns take over.
The Browns and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And as they get started, we get to see some of the first-year players who've taken this league by storm and are leading our race for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. 2nd down now, they need 7.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Henderson here from the gun. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Up to the ground by Kaiser White. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
a 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
To the air, Howard. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. And he gets it away from his end zone. Taken in near the 46. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, Piron. And that effort gives him about 3 yards there. 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
It's a design boot. It's into the hands of Edwards. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 4 yards.
Burrow to the air now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line to gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll try to do it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bengals
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Burrow. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And Brock, I don't think a lot of fans knew that this was on the horizon, but hey, kudos to the stadium team here for having that announcement ready. That completion gives him 491 on the year and breaks Tom Brady's single-season record. Well, this has been a talking point all year, Brock. He's really had to shoulder the load for this offense all season, and look at where it's led him. More completions in a season than any quarterback in history.
It all comes with the territory of being an NFL quarterback. You're the be-all and end-all of your offense so many times. And for this group, especially this year, to his credit, I think he's even exceeded their expectations on his way to this piece of history.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. That's the first down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals lead by 15 now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Howard looking to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Browns.
Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hits him on the in route. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. A give to Edwards. He dodged the tackle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Bengals have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way across midfield down to inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver delivered.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
It's second down and 10.
It's Edwards on the carry. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, and they go right back to it. That run good for a handful as it brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's Edwards on the carry. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did and injured Brown, and they're tending to him now. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Shotgun handoff to P-Ron. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. And with that score, a pretty elite milestone he's reached. Just the 4th time a quarterback's thrown 50 touchdown passes in one season as his success rolls on. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Browns
First and 10. Here's 4. By a man, he's in the clear. Space on the right. He's got room. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Now, it looks like we're going to need to take a moment, Brock. An injured player on that snap, and it is running back Travion Henderson who's getting looked at. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. He fields it from the 8. Showing a little burst so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Bengals and Gus Edwards headed back out on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now Edwards shoves him off. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Sticking with Edwards here. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Running for the first with Edwards. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This will be a 44-yard look. McPherson's kick is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Jukes away from 1. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Browns send Jerome Ford ready to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. 1st and 10 from the 32. Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
We motion the tight end over. Second down run by Ford. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down. Working quickly here. 3rd and long for him here. He throws a bullet to the center. They connect on the deep shot. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. 1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. On play action, here's Howard. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Howard throwing on 3rd down. He's going to run for it. And gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Browns 1st down.
Out of the gun, Howard. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Howard now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. Offense up to the line fast.
And it's 4th down.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Going deep here for the end zone. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here in 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
They'll go from the gun with Edwards. Notch the tackle. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line.
That's good.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season. Ending things on a good note, getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments and make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.